Time for a classic that many people may know from the console port, but even that is rather obscure. This is Star Cruiser from Arsys Software, which first hit the stores on NEC's PC-8801 in May 1988. Now, on a stock PC-8801 running at around 4 MHz, this game is pretty sluggish, but here we are playing it at 10 MHz. Yeah, this is the way to play. The game involves the exploration of 4 solar systems, with over 30 planets, cities and dozens of characters. When in a city, the player can move around the town and enter various buildings to interact with the inhabitants or buy weapons and so on. When in outer space, things really open up as you fly from one planet to another, which can often result in engaging in space combat. There is an autopilot feature available which will take you straight to your destination, but you may still encounter enemies along the way. Once reaching other planets, you can explore enemy bases and combat enemies on the ground, making the game into an odd FPS, where you control a spaceship shooting other spaceships. Sounds odd, but it works rather well. For its time, Star Cruiser was something quite unique. Today it may seem basic, but I urge you to give it a try. You can still find some fun in this one. The first port came to the shop X1 Turbo on August 8, 1988. As you can see, it looks very much the same as the NEC PC-88 original in terms of graphics, but the shop does have a much nicer use of colour and more of them too. This boost makes the polygon work look more polished as well, more solid looking. Gameplay is also the same, so there's nothing to choose between there either. Same goes with sound quality. Again, both systems would be very much alike. Time for an upgrade in 1989 with the Sharp X68000 port, which came out on April 14th. And what an upgrade it is! The game has been given a full facelift. Gone is the tiny window and welcome in full screen gaming, and at a pretty smooth rate too. Not only does this version move faster and runs full screen, but it also runs at a much higher resolution. The main game is very similar, although the options within the menu system are different, and for some reason they're in English. Not that I have any complaints about this, but it is an odd choice. This X68000 port can also be controlled via digital input or analog, which really adds an extra sense of fluidity to the gameplay. So is this the best way to play Star Cruiser? Well, let's see what the final port has to offer. One thing the final port doesn't offer though is a cool sound test screen like this. Very nice. The final true port appeared on December 21st, 1990 for the Sega Mega Drive. This port was handled by Arsys Software but released by NCS Masaya. It is also quite different than the previous versions. Changes include a lack of kanji characters, although in this version that doesn't matter as it is a fan translation version. It is also possible to name the protagonist in the Mega Drive port, which is cool. The 3D stages on each planet and station fully utilize the gameplay of Labyrinth Warfare, and battle seamlessly occurs in the labyrinth in real time without shifting from the maze to the battlefield, as how the PC-88 version and its ports had done. This battle system would later be adopted by and used outright in Star Cruiser 2. Shops and services are all free. The shield will be repaired and the fuel can be refilled for free too. So no grinding for cash in this port, which is great. There are some other changes too, but for the most part they're quite insignificant. So how does the Mega Drive version play? Well, it certainly doesn't look as nice as the X68000, but it does play just as well. Sure, the frame rate is all over the place, but you know, I'm fine with that. Star Cruiser on the Mega Drive is far easier to control than most other first-person type games on the system. Plus, this port has some really good FM audio. And let's take a look at all those versions of Star Cruiser running side by side.